Hello, everybody. Sanibonani. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Igama lami nguNtando Mdletshe and kule channel le sifunda iy'ncwadi ey'bhalwe ngolimi lwethu. Siphinde futhi sifunde iy'ncwadi ey'bhalwe ababhali abasakhula. Siye senze ividiyo-ke lana esesifike khona sisixoxe isitori uma ngabe sesifundile. Sisixoxela phela laba abasuke benqena ukufunda bese siyabuya futhi senze enye ividiyo-ke manje sesikhuluma ngama-lessons phela esiwatholile sifunda le ncwadi futhi siphinde sinikeze ababhali bethu iy'ncomo phela abay'deserve-ayo ngoba bayasibhalela le ncwadi. Siphinde sibabuze imibuzo uma kukhona imibuzo esinayo. Uma ngabe usijoyina okokuqala-ke enza njalo nje, hamba uyo-subscribe ukuze phela ube yimemba yethu uthole nama-notification uma ngabe si-upload-ile. Ziningi-ke iy'tori esesizenzile njengamanje, so ungabuyela nje emuva uyibuke iy'tori, ukhomente futhi kuzona and make suggestions ukuthi iziphi iy'ncwadi wena ufisa ukuthi siyifunde futhi sixoxe ngazo kule channel. Uma kuwumbhali okhona laphayana kunencwadi ethile oyibhalile ofisayo ukuthi sikhulume ngayo, noma ngabe awufuni sikuxoxe okusencwadini kodwa nje ufuna simenshine incwadi yakho khona phela abantu bezohamba beyoyifuna, uvumelekile ukuthi ungithinte ngikwenzele kanjalo. Namhlanje-ke senza i-notes to the writer yesitori sethu esithi Ingidi. Sibonile-ke ukuthi le story indlela esibhalwe ngayo sibhalwe ngendlela e-complicated kakhulu. This is one of the writers engingafisa kakhulu ukuthi ukhulume nayo because kunga-interesting ukuzwa ukuthi what are the ideas that umbhali had ngenkathi ebhala le story lesi. Ubefuna ukuthi sidideke ngendlela esidideke ngayo yini ngenkathi sisifuna, or yena because uwumbhali akabonanga ukuthi sizosidida ngendlela esisidide ngayo. Kodwa-ke like every other story esesenzile, le story lesi sikhuluma ngama-issues abaluleke kakhulu ey'mpilweni zethu, especially njengabantu besifazane. Okukhulu kakhulu kumina okuvukile ngisasifunda le story into yokuthi into engikhathaze kakhulu nje ile nto yokuthi uThulisile azadlule esimweni esinzima kangaka empilweni yakhe ngoba nje enqena ukuthi atshele uma wakhe iqiniso. Kodwa futhi ngaphinde ngam-understand uThulile ukuthi kwesinye isikhathi sinako njengabazali ukuthi iy'ngane zethu kube ngathi siyayijaja. Nami ngikhula benginako ukuthi izinto ey'thile angikwazi ukuthi ngayitshela umzali wami ngoba ngifile ngathi ngizojajeka ngama-decisions engiwenzayo futhi ngeke ngize ngifile ukuthi ngisapothiwe kuleyo decision engiyenzayo. So iy'ngane ziyayithola kwesinye isikhathi zifihla izinto that they are not supposed ukuthi bayayifihla. Imagine nje ukuba uThulile ngempela ngenkathi kuthula laphayana emshini ubefa, ubezofa ngempela uma wakhe enga-understand-anga kahle hle ukuthi ubulawa yini. Futhi noma esethola ukuthi kanti ubulawa ukuthi iluphu ivele yahlala kabi kuyena, uma wakhe bekuzoba buhlungu lokho ukuthi hawu, ingane yami sekaze ibulawe yinto engabe nje yayisho kahle kumina ukuthi nayi inkinga enginayo, ngafaka iluphu manje ayisahleli la kufanele ngabe ihleli khona. Usesaba ngisho ukusho lokho. Into ababezoyiphuthuma besheshe bayoyilungisa ngoba phela i-reason yokuthi angayi ukuyoyilungisa lento is because she is holding this secret from uma wakhe. So kunzima ukusho kuma wakhe ukuthi manginale nkinga because uma wakhe bengakwazi umu-advise ukuthi hayibo mawunenkinga enjalo it's very urgent ukuthi leyo nto leyo ilungiswe futhi ilungiswe ngokushesha. So iy'ngane ziyayithola kwesinye isikhathi zifihla izinto engafanele ukuthi ngabe ziyayifihla for fear of judgment from abazali bazo. Nako nje ukuthi asikhulumi nabo freely. Ngiyazi ukuthi kunzima-ke vele ukuthi kukhulume ney'ngane freely because nathi akukhulunywanga nathi freely. Mina angikhumbuli ngine-conversation na-anybody about starting ama-periods ami, what that means, how that feels like, how long that is going to last. Ukuthi wona ama-periods uqobulayo when they happen every month fanele balaste how long, and empilweni yami-ke isiyonke azolasta isikhathi esingana. I don't remember ukuthi someone explaining to me ukuthi what does it mean what is my body doing exactly ngenkathi ngiba kuma-periods. Leyo information i-information ebesiyicosha outside of our homes, but in our homes besingayitholi leyo information leyo. And so nami ekukhuliseni iy'ngane zami, I find it hard even though ngizama ukuthi ngibe nawo ama-open talks nabantwana bami, but kunzima. It's not easy. It's even worse when it comes to ama-contraceptives. When I have to talk to them about izinto zama-condoms, talk to them about pregnancy prevention, because uvele ungazi as umzali ukuthi if I give them options and say here are the things that you can do to prevent pregnancy, ufeel engathi uyaba-encourage to go and be sexually active, kanti mhlampe they were not even thinking about it. Unokufeel ukuthi njengomzali mhlampe I'm putting ideas in their heads that are not there. But futhi at the same time, when they fall pregnant young, or they make someone pregnant bebancane, now you regret it because I wish I could have given them all the tools, but decide bona ukuthi benza njani. So in that situation la usuke ungakhulumanga nengane yakho ngalezo zinto, obvious ukuthi when she gets i-information ngaphandle, esezenzela yena i-decision ukuthi okay, this is what I want to do, because angifuni ukuzala ngemncane, ngizohamba mina ukuthi ngiyokwenza lokhu ukuze ngi-prevent ukuzala. Akuzoba lula ukuthi ingane ize kuwena izokutshela ukuthi this is what I've decided ukuthi ngikwenza. Njengoba noma ngathi uthile akamazi nokumazi ukuthi une-boyfriend. So obvious uma engamazi ukuthi une-boyfriend, she probably doesn't even think ukuthi u-sexually active. So kuningi uThulile akufihlayo kuma wakhe. So kungenza ngacabanga about having i-open conversation with iy'ngane zethu ukuthi kubalulekile ukuthi sikhulume nabo. Kubalulekile ukuthi no matter how hard it is, because kahle nje we can't deny it. Akuwona ama-conversations alula, because those are not the conversations abazali bethu ababile nawo nathi. Nakubona kwakunzima mhlampe babefisa ukuthi bakhulume nathi, but azange baze bakhulume because bekungekho lula. So even for us, I know for myself ukuthi akuyona into elula ukuthi ngikhulume nje ngayo yonke into, ngoba angifuni ukum-overload-a nge-information aze acabanga ukwenza izinto that she wasn't even thinking, or he wasn't even thinking of doing yet, because now I'm telling them ukuthi here are the options of prevent into ethile, here are the options of prevent into ethile. What are they preventing if they're not even sexually active? So kuye kube nzima as umzali to know ukuthi how far do you need to go ukuthi ubahlomise, so that when they get into situations they know they are protected and they have all the information abayidingayo ukuze bakwazi phela ukuthi bay'vikele. So iyona nto nje mina kakhulu evukile kumina mangifunda le story ukuthi ingivuselelile ukuthi it's important to have an open conversation ney'ngane zethu. Kodwa futhi yaphinde yangikhumbuza ukuthi as much as I would like to have an open conversation, it's not easy. So angidinayi ukuthi kunzima ukuthi kunzima kukhuni ngempela ukuthi ukwazi ukuthi ukhulume ney'ngane zakho, futhi ukhulume freely, futhi ukhulume nanoma yini. So ngiyabahalela abantu abakwaziyo ukuthi benze kanjalo. So one of the things abakhuluma ngazo kakhulu la esitorini ingidi, which at the end sitholile ukuthi ingidi is i-loop le efakwe uThulisile phela eyifakela ukuthi angakhulelwa ngoba akakayimiseli ukuthi abe nabantwana. And then she says ukuthi uvale ngayo i-treasure, which is umcebo kababa wakhe noma wakhe. Yabo nje mina masiqala isitori, I really thought ukuthi uNefa mhlawumbe imali ethile ayithola kubazali bakhe wahamba wayivalela somewhere, but I was like, but it's not making sense, because if ushiyelwe imali it would be ebhenki. So bengiyibuza ukuthi yini la ayibiza ngomcebo, and asho ukuthi uzoyidinga lento uma eseqala i-future yakhe with uSibusiso. So and quite honestly, it is a treasure ukwazi ukwenza i-decision to say ukuthi no, angiyifuni iy'ngane mina until a certain age or until a certain time. It's a treasure leyo nto leyo, because it's like you are in control of your life. You are saying ukuthi mina I want to wait ukuthi ngibe ney'ngane until a certain time. Ngifuna ukuba ney'ngane ngoba sengifuna ukuba ney'ngane, angifuni ukuba ney'ngane by accident. So it's like kuyi-treasure again ukuthi ufuna ukulinda until kufika isikhathi la eshada khona. But it's not like ukuthi hhayi kuzokwenzeka okwenzekayo kwezinye iy'ngane, akazokwenza okwenziwa ezinye iy'ngane, uzokwenza but she just wants to make sure ukuthi akakhulelwa. So ngimbuka mina uThusile njengengane ehlakaniphile in making that decision. Uhlakaniphile kakhulu ukuthi acabange ukuthi this is not what I want in my life, so ngizohamba ngiyokwenza ukuthi, and to know ukuthi futhi uyena in control of impilo yakhe, not abazali bakhe. But I do feel like ukuthi i-relationship yakhe noma wakhe kushuthi ayikho that close, because at any point akakwazanga ukudisclose even esegula esesesibhedlela esehlinzwa, because ngenkathi esehlinzwa she could have said ukuthi yazini the issue that I'm having right now ukuthi kunento kanjena, so that when she dies uma wakhe azi ukuthi ubulawe yini. But shuthi nje i-relationship yabo ayikho close in that sense. But ngimthathe njengentombazane ehlakaniphile ukuthi ukwazile ukuzenzela ama-decisions aqinile. Yes, ivelile leyo challenge ahlangane nayo, but-ke phela vele ama-challenges ayaba khona, kodwa i-decision yena to put i-loop, to go ayokwenza i-procedure yokufaka i-loop was the right decision for her, and to be wise enough to make that decision being as young as she is, because bayasho lana ukuthi wenza ibanga leshumi. Mina I commend her ukuthi alenze lelo decision. I would rather she deals with the situation adila nayo now than adile with i-pregnancy as a teenager, with i-pregnancy engasebenzi, with i-pregnancy esafuna ukuqedela isikole. So it's better ukuthi enze that decision to say angifuni ingane njengamanje, so what can I do to prevent that? So ngimthande kakhulu kuleyo decision yakhe ayenzile. So bengifuna-ke futhi sikhulume kakhulu ngendaba yayo ilokhuzana, i-loop, because I thought akuyona into engake ngayinaka in terms of getting information on it, nokuthi njena bengifuna ukuthola ukuthi umbhali ngenkathi ebhala incwadi khona into afuna ukusifundisa ngayo yini nge-loop mhlambe that we are not aware of. Should we go and look at it? Is it something that is still an option for women in South Africa? I do not use it, so I don't have that information. So I thought, let me go and look it up. I looked on the internet. The indication is iLoop is still being used as one of the options for women to use to prevent pregnancy. So bayayifaka laphayana kuwena, but it's a small T-shaped plastic device that is wrapped in copper. If ufuna ukuyibona i-picture yayo ungagooglisha nje, ngisho ngathi loop izovela, used for pregnancy prevention, izovela i-picture yakhona nje, something encane engaka, and they say ukuthi it contains hormones that prevent pregnancy, but they insert it in your uterus and it hangs down your cervix into your vagina, but ayibonakali ngaphandle. But what it does is that it damages and kills sperms so that you will not fall pregnant. That's what iLoop does. But they do say ukuthi the advantages zayo, but it's very easy to put on, kulula for odokotela ukuthi bakufake yona, futhi iyakwazi ukwenzeka quick, it works very quick. So if you want ukupreventa i-solution ezoshesha, basho kanjalo ukuthi it's good for that. But bayasho ukuthi inawo ama-risk, like because it's a foreign object emzimbeni wakho, so you do run risk of getting an infection, and they do say ukuthi but you do run a risk also of it moving like it did kuThulile ukuthi it moved yangena phakathi yaya endaweni where it's not supposed to ukuthi iye khona. And bayasho vele ukuthi sometimes you do require a surgical procedure to remove it if kwenzekile mhlambe yahamba yayohlala where it's not supposed to. Bayasho kodwa ukuthi it's cheaper and it's one of the easier options ukuthi ungayithola. One of the the disadvantages that they named, it doesn't prevent you from getting sexually transmitted diseases and sexually transmitted infections. So izifo lezi ezitholakala ngocansi, i-loop doesn't prevent them. So if ufake i-loop, you can still get infected by izifo ezithathelana ngocansi. So it just for pregnancy prevention and pregnancy prevention kuphela. But futhi kuyenzeka isebenze kubantu besifazane mengabe ubleeda kakhulu, if bekufake yona iyanciphisa indlela owopha ngayo. So bayasho ukuthi nalapho mhlawumbe uma unenkinga bangakufaka odokotela if unenkinga ukuthi uwopha kakhulu, mhlawumbe ukuthi banciphise ukuthi ungophi kakhulu. So that's the information nge-loop guys. Google guys is a ngingathini, Google is a treasure what? I don't even know how to say treasure box. Google is a treasure ocean. Imagine if we can just go to the ocean and ufike ukuthi mawukhu amanzi olwandle kuba ukuthi ngathi uthatha imali. You know, Google is like that. So nje any information that you need on, if you feel like engikushilo njengamanje akucaci enough or engikushilo njengamanje it's kind of interesting and you feel like maybe it's an option for you ukuthi uyisebenzise, maybe that's the reason umbhale ngayo ukuthi aka-create that awareness ukuthi it's an option for you rather than you find yourself with ingane before time. So I mean it's one of the options to look at, especially for laba abasebancane guys. Ingane kahle kahle nje lindani noma ngayithola ingane ngingayithola ingane buzani kuthina. I would be very rich today if bengenazo ingane, but ke asifuni ukunistop kodwa siyafuna ukunistop. It's like watching umuntu omncane, you know, it's almost like watching a car crash and you can see isazokwenzeka and izokwenzeka when abantu mabethola ingane and like abazi. I had my first child at 25, but sometimes I wish I had waited longer. But yeah, those are the options. Mhlawumbe nani bazali mawufuna ukukhuluma nezingane zakhe, it's an option ocabangayo ukuthi would work better for ingane yakho. Let's not be in denial, guys. To be honest, I'm one of those people who are in denial. Let's not be in denial and think ukuthi ezethu ingane won't be. If you can see ingane kamakhelwane ena 16 pregnant and unengane nawe ena 16, then you should be thinking ukuthi the same things that ingane kamakhelwane did mhlambe nawe yakhe ingane is doing, and ama-risk that ingane kamakhelwane angithi ngenkathi ekhulela because if ekhulela it means ukuthi they didn't use protection. So mawukhulela it's like you've exposed yourself to sexually transmitted diseases, to kona ukukhulelwa and everything. So now yakhe ingane should be thinking the same ukuthi if that child esingenzi lento yokukhuluma ukuthi ingane laphana uzokhuluma kanti ngalemva kwendlu nawe yakhe ibhizi. So mangabe sibona izinto ey'njalo vele young people being falling pregnant, vele we should think nathi ezethu ingane even if bengakakwenzi they'll eventually do it. So let's prepare them. Let's arm them with information and arm them with resources. Noma ngabe ku-uncomfortable kanjani for us ukuthi nesibathathe sibayise udokotela uzokhuluma naye amnike ama-options ukuthi okay, these are the options you have, ukuze bangayitholi bese kwi-situation where they have kids at a young age abangakazi ukudinga iy'ngane. Okay, so-ke sifuna nje ukuthi-ke bengifuna ukuthi siyabonga kakhulu kuNontobeko Gqulunga. Ningabe ukhona omaziyo uNontobeko Gqulunga abantu siyafisa kahle ukuthi nje sithi i-crown yakhe for ukuthi asibhalele le story, nokuthi nje mangabe bebancane kangaka ababhali it's a lot ukuthi asubmit story sakhe laphayana siphinde sikhiphe for ukuthi sipublishwe officially kwincwadi, and incwadi yakhona goes kuma-bookshop with the writer's name on it. So I do need to find these writers because we do need to encourage them ukuthi babhale some more books. Ngisho ungasubmit i-short story yakho nje injalo ingakapublishwa ukuthi asixoxe lana, I'll do it because I do want to encourage abantu ukuthi babhale. Mangabe uyayibona futhi ingane yakho ukuthi inekhono lokubhala noma u-interested nje ekubhaleni, encourage kakhulu or usubmit isitori sakhe lana sikhulume ngaso. So nje konke lokho kwamukelekile. Thank you so much ukuthi nibuke le video. Sizohlangana esitorini sethu esilandelayo esithi ifa. Ngiyabonga kakhulu ukuthi nibuke, nginithanda kakhulu.